When you look at this draft and all the analysis that it does, the consensus pretty much is that the best combination of shooting and defense in this draft is you. One, do you agree with that? And two, do you think it's the combination of those two things that set you apart, or is there something else that you think sets you apart?
I definitely agree that I'm the best combination of those two, and I just think it's my will to win that sets me apart. I don't really care about stats and glamour and all that. I just want to really win and play to win every game. So that's it. I think that's what separates me.
What was this process like today for you? Were you nervous at all even?
If I said I wasn't nervous, I'd be lying. So I think coming into it was nervous, but going into it and everybody talking to me and just getting me through it kind of relaxed me a little bit. And they just said have some fun with it. So that's what I tried to do. And it was my first workout, so the first experience that I'll never forget, really. So it was fun to get out here, push myself, and get through it.
When you walk in here, can you see this being home?
I definitely can. Like even when I'm finishing working out, like the guys coming up to me, talking to me, like that means a lot to me. Like you're not just walking past me and treat me like I'm just another dude working out. They're shaking my hand, telling me good work and all of that. So it means a lot to me.
You mentioned that this was your first workout. Did you meet with the Magic at the combine?
No, I did not. I only met with the Thunder, but we wasn't able to meet. It just didn't work out. So we said that we was gonna meet when I came down to work out.
So I guess what are your impressions of the people that you have been able to meet? Jeff, John, the players that you see around here.
We had great conversations. Just talking about the league in general, how the league is changing. Expectations I see myself doing in the league and what I can see myself being. So we had some good talks and good laughs and stories talking about my dad and just stories about our world of basketball.
I know it's been some years since your dad was in the process, but has he given you any advice, any tips about this? It's been a minute for him.
Yeah, he has. He given me a lot of advice. Basically everything I know. Just always telling me to always have fun with it and give it my all. Basketball gonna be taken away from you sooner or later, so just having fun with it and enjoying it. Not doing it for the glamours and the cameras, just doing it for the love of the game and to win.
Jabari, each year guys come into the league and they show some things that maybe they didn't necessarily show in college. For you in particular, what are some of the things that you think you'll be able to show in the league that maybe you didn't necessarily show at the collegiate level?
I think I'll be able to show my passing ability, my ability to make the right play and not settle for tough shots. And I think my shot selection will improve a lot at the next level with just making the right pass, playing out of ball screens, and just making the right reads.
Why do you feel you should be the number one pick in the draft?
Like you said, I just feel like my will to win, and I can do so much. Like I feel like I can come in right away and just make an instant impact to any team with my shooting ability, my ability to play defense, and just like all of it, like the ability to play defense, get a rebound and push it, ability to guard multiple positions. I feel like that separates me from a lot of people.
When you think about this roster, how well do you feel you'll fit in with it? And do you feel like you could take this team to the next level?
I think I can fit in really well. Just seeing the guys and seeing the players, like this is a young team, one of the youngest in the league. So adding me would just add another young player who's hungry and got a lot left in the tank. You know what I mean? So I'll add some energy and just another person who wants to come in and work and just get his organization where it needs to be.
How much just being the number one?
Will there be others?
Yes, I have one more workout with OKC. That'll be it.
How much does being the number one pick matter to you? I guess.
I think it matters a lot. With the names that have been the number one pick, and, just the expectations and the pressure that comes with it. I think I'm ready for it, and I think it means a lot to me.
Jabari, I don't know if last year, if you were able to watch many of the Magic games, with everything you had going on, but kind of from what you've seen, what have your impressions been of this team and this organization?
I say the games that I do watch, I watch a lot of NBA games, and the games that I did watch of them, I could tell how much fun they were having, no matter the record or the struggles they faced this season. It never looked like you'll never guess that their record was what it was. You know what I mean? Like just watching them play and the joy they had, you'll think they're playing a Game 7 of the finals every game. You know what I mean? Like they're playing to win every game. Nobody's moping around because it's a tough season. It's like everybody still got that pop and that energy. So it was good to see that. In this team.
Is there a player in the league that you compare yourself to stylistically?
It'll be hard for me to choose one player because I try to take something from everybody, but I like to watch, guys who can do a lot, like Giannis on the defensive end, like Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, of course. Just watching people who can just do a lot, who are not limited and have a lot of stuff to their game.
It's obviously been 3 months since the college season ended. What have you been focusing on, as you're preparing for the draft? What have you been focusing on to improve and kind of show teams as, you talked a little bit about passing ability, but what have you been focusing on trying to show teams as you're getting ready for the draft process for the next season?
Basically just trying to get my body right, getting in shape, getting stronger, because as you see the NBA level, you got to be in a different type of shape and a different type of physicality, and your body has to be in a different type of level. So just, I would say that for the most part, ball handling and just keeping my skills sharp, just working on stuff that I would do in the game and I would use in the game.
We've here in Orlando, we've obviously seen how good Auburn can be with Chuma. What was the biggest thing that you learned from your year at Auburn, from your year in college?
I would say like relationships. I would say like off the court, like basketball fun. Don't take it for granted. Like college was just a great experience for me in general. Like I made brothers that last a lifetime. I met coaches that I'll talk to for the rest of my life. So it's just, I would say from the outside, I would say that, like just how short I was at Auburn and how much I'm connected to Auburn was a big deal for me. So I would just say relationships and how important it is to build relationships with your teammates and how it would translate to the court.
Jabari, do you have previous relationships with any of the guys here? I would imagine Chuma.
Yeah, with Chuma and Wendell being from Georgia, I watched them when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, coming up, watching them play, and then watching them in college. It's obvious for me to look up to them and watch them as they coming from where I'm from. It's easy for me to watch them and just be happy for them.
What do you think about Coach Mosley? What were your impressions of him?
Real in detail. Really watching me, and not only was he trying to give me tips to help me get through the workout, but he was also pushing me and telling me to do different things and not react to certain things. I'm my toughest critic, so if I'm missing, I'm real hard on myself. But he's telling me just don't worry about it. Treat it like you're back at home working out. So that's what I try to do.
When you watch the finals right now, are you watching them as a basketball fan, or are you watching them as the realization of I'm gonna be playing against these guys in about 3 months? Or is it kind of both?
Kind of both. I kind of watch situations and see where I can see myself in certain situations. Watch players and see what I would have did in certain situations. Just trying to see where I can fit in and see where I see myself dominating in the league.
It seemed like half the roster was here to watch you be here in the gym. What does that kind of mean to you to have those guys here to watch you?
Like I said, it means a lot, and they're all here for a reason to go in there and work out. So it's like teams usually don't have half of their team still at home around this time. So it's just like that means something. They're real hungry and real close, it seems like. So you see they're trying to work and get to that next level.
Jabari, going through all these meetings and everything with these teams, what do you want them when you leave to know about you? What do you want their takeaway to be about Jabari Smith Jr.?
I want it to be that I'm a team player. Like I'm not worried about stats or accolades and nothing like that. I really just my main goal in life is to win the NBA championship. So that's just what I want to do, and that's my goal. No matter if I average 30, no matter if I average 10, that's just what I want to do. Whatever a team needs me to do to impact winning, that's what I do.
You said that you only interviewed with OKC back at the Combine. You haven't worked out for them yet, but was there anything about the process, with the Magic, from a working out or just interview standpoint, that stood out with you?
I would say just how happy everybody is. You don't see that everywhere you go. Like even on college visits, you can see some assistants some people don't talk, but it seems like everybody interacts. Everybody's around the facility laughing, joking around, getting their work done. But it just seems like everybody's so together, and that's what kind of stood out with me when I chose Auburn. Like it just seems like a family around here, and it's noticeable.
Has it hit you yet?